Alright, so I was driving home the other day, and this is regarding my Mini, and the steering just didn't feel right. I was backing in the driveway a couple nights ago, noticed the tire was making a rubbing sound, so of course, and it felt like it was leaning to the left as well. But of course I, got out, checked it out, saw the tire was rubbing on the wheel well. Actually, you can see it's rubbing right here. If you can see that, which is pretty high up there. Actually, I just saw this. It was rubbing up here too, all the way around. I just noticed that. Okay. Yeah. So first thing I thought it was the cone here. Thought that it might have collapsed, or maybe even the trumpet right here. This thing here. Thought maybe the trumpet broke or bent. So I was looking at it, I didn't really see anything obvious until I looked right here. Now, this is an old car, obviously, so it's going to have rust issues. And I knew the subframe, the rear subframe needed to be replaced sooner or later. But if you look right here, you can actually see the trumpet and the suspension arm is sitting on the subframe. I have this block here to keep it from bending the subframe down any further. But I mean, even right now, it's not all the way down. Now it is because the shock's fully extended. But here, let's give you an idea. Put the jack under here and simulate suspension travel. Look right here. Get out of the sun here. Alright, you can see it's sitting on the subframe itself. I mean, that's just terrible. Now, I went ahead and bought a new subframe. Here it is. So like I said, I was already planning on replacing it, so luckily I've been saving the money up for it. Now, right here is where that suspension arm is supposed to mount, is right here, which that ball that's sitting on the subframe right here should actually be up here and not touching it, even close to touching it. So that means this whole portion right here on my current subframe is rusted and gave out. So that's going to be my first project with this camera, with this video. I wish I had more videos, as I've done a lot to the car already. But this will be a fun project, because it's one of the bigger ones, other than rebuilding the engine. But I haven't done anything to the back end of the car yet, so this will be my first go at that and see what condition things are back here. The front's pretty good. Some things here and there, but I'm going to adjust the suspension on the front after I do the subframe as well. So when I go to take this apart, there's actually a screw missing right here. Look at that. When I go to take this apart, we'll do the brakes, we'll do a new shock absorbers, the cones. I'm going to keep those original. The reason being is that competition cones, which gives you a stiffer ride, and stiffer ride is actually, they simulate old cones. So that means these are going to be the stiffest you can get, which is going to be the best for the handling. The trumpet looks okay, but we'll take it off and take a look at it. And we got the brake lines, which are always fun. Hopefully those don't break or anything when we take them off. If they do, we'll replace them, no big deal. Cable, we'll see if that needs to be replaced. But all of this is going to go away. So I'm pretty excited about that, having a new rear subframe and not having to worry about any issues back here. So we'll do a thorough rebuild of everything, including sanding this down, seeing how, I'm sure this is fine. We'll sand it down, paint it with some high temp paint. And I'm actually going to paint the rear subframe as well with an undercoat paint, because this paint here it's pretty thin. It's right on the metal. So I'll paint this first before we even put anything on. When I disassemble this, I'll disassemble everything first, take it all off. That way it'll make it easier for me to maneuver the old subframe, because I'm sure it's rusted on there pretty good. Also got a new subframe mounting kit, so it's going to have all new bushings, all new screws, everything, bolts, all the good stuff. So, we'll have fun with that. If you have any comments, questions, please let me know. If you want me to go through anything as I'm doing that on the car, then let me know, definitely. If you're having any issues in the back end of the car, this is, of course, that everything's going to be completely taken apart. We'll see if there's any welding that needs to be done or anything like that as well. So, this will be a fun project.